GM fam, what's up? Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Behind the Avatar. Um, I love seeing all you guys in here. For those of you that are listening and not watching, you definitely want to check out the video. We got a bunch of people hanging out inside of the Behind the Avatar studio, inside of the Fungi Social Hub, um, and um, I kind of skipped over the intro. So, welcome back to another episode of Behind the Avatar. I'm your host, Crafter, and today we got a super special guest in the house. What's up, Seb? How are you doing?
Hello. I'm great, thank you.
Heck
Happy
yeah.
to be here today as a special guest on the show. First in person, my physical self, and very soon, my, together with you in the hub. So excited
Yes.
to do
Yeah,
this
we
very special interview today.
heck yeah. I'm super stoked to have you here. I've been obsessed with the Sandbox for a long time, so it's great to finally meet you officially. I definitely know of you, obviously, but for those of you that are tuning in that maybe don't know who Seb is, you're probably living under a rock, or maybe this is your intro into the metaverse, which is also an awesome experience. So this is a great place to start. Do you want to just start everything off by giving everyone a little bit of an intro of who you are and maybe what the Sandbox is a little bit, and then we'll just kind of dive on into it from there?
Absolutely. I'm the CEO and co-founder of the Sandbox, as well as the president of the Blockchain Game Alliance. Um, I've um, I've been a serial entrepreneur for the past already 16 years. I co-founded 3 other companies together with my business partner, Archer Madrid. I spent last 11 years in gaming. That's when the Sandbox franchise originally started as a mobile game, and spent the last 5 years building the Sandbox platform, this time as a decentralized virtual world that uses blockchain technology and NFTs to truly empower players and creators to own their creations or digital assets and enjoy them, monetize them the way they want, with like very creative platform with no code, accessible tools. Um, Very excited of where we are today, even though the platform is still in beta and as like we've launched various creation tools like Vox Edit or 3D Editor, Game Maker, or No Code tool, the map, the marketplace, and the game client as well for people to enjoy and launch their own experiences very soon. Like since we open self-publishing, we have a great number of partners that are onboarded, more than 400 major brands from all around the world, as well as um, a great and growing ecosystem in many countries in the world. I can see among the people who said hi that creators from Japan are present, and from the US, from Italy as well. So we have a fantastic community. Hello everyone, fam, and creators from all around the world. Great to have you live in the hub right now next to me. I don't know if you can screen share as well about that, but I'm right in like the space. So yeah, very excited to do this very special interview together.
Heck yeah, I'm super stoked to have you here, and it's awesome, and I'm glad you finally got into the studio. I'm gonna snag a screenshot. Oop, if I can get my screenshot to work. Snag a screenshot here real quick. Everyone say cheese. Boom. Heck yeah. Thank you guys all in the chat and everyone that's tuning in and joining us inside the studio. Even if you're not joining us in the studio, thank you for being here, everybody. This show wouldn't be what it is without all of y'all. So appreciate everyone showing up, and obviously, Seb, thank you so much for giving me your time and being here to chat. Um, so the first thing that I really want to touch on is the idea of the sandbox and how it is very much geared towards allowing or enabling builders, creators, artists, everything to come in and be able to take advantage of this UGC ecosystem that you guys are developing. And I guess I'd just like to maybe hear you kind of elaborate on what that really means as far as like UGC and how people can kind of take advantage of that, and where you see things going with all of that.
Absolutely. Well, the overall origin story of Sandbox has been like we wanted to like empower a creator from the beginning, like to bring to life their ideas, their imagination, and onboard a new class of creators, like people who not necessarily have learned how to make video games before. So with accessible no-code tools, we chose Voxel, which is almost sort of like digital Lego as an
Yeah.
expression form. So it's very easy, very accessible. Like both the youngest audience, think of like Lego Duplo, to the more adult and artists, think of like the brick masters, the one that got exposed in the museum and places in the world because they can assemble very complex detail model. They can enjoy it, to use it, and express their creativity. And we've brought a lot of like gamification rules and aspects toward the no code game maker. Um, we also have designed Sandbox to be a platform that attracts not just creators who want to make games, but all sort of projects. And that's also something I think contributes to make us quite unique. When I see that, like what people want to do on their land, the inspiration they have, like they are very engaged into like metaverse for good. How do we create social and positive impact? How we are designing experiences that are more inclusive? How do we create experiences related to culture, to art, to music, to sport? So they are leveraging the platform not to do another gaming Roblox with blockchain or NFT, but to actually create very unique, differentiated experiences that are using like this technology, blockchain NFT, and the tool we created for like really taking onboarding new users, like creating more immersive experiences, and having a world where like you bring culture from various parts of the world, like creators from Italy, from Japan, from Turkey, from Korea, and also something I don't know if we can see here some avatars. I see Elvis Presley avatars. I can recognize
Yeah.
some omnums here, and I
We
think
got
we have some
Pickaxe Master. I
a
see
few
some
other.
Pickaxe Masters.
Yeah, great. So we have
Um,
like these great playboys, some rabbitars around here. Oki is jumping around. I can't still, I
oh
still
yeah,
have like a block of
we got
equipment.
K rocking, looks like some of his wearables, I think. All
Yeah, it's
kinds of really cool avatars. I love the mixture of avatars.
Yeah, exactly. So it's quite unique indeed to have into a world. Here, it's a world made by a creator like Touche, a very creative uh, person who I have the chance to meet quite a few times in person, who designed this fun guy Kingdom World and a lot of other games around it. And like us meeting together, sharing these moments, this special memory with all those different avatars makes it looks like a little bit like this open theme park where it's not just Disneyland IP or another cartoon IP, but it's really a great mashup of everything that represents the culture of that world and a bridge with some brands we are familiar with in the physical world and some new content from creators who started on Sandbox and will hopefully become like bigger and bigger and more successful and recognized by being early in Sandbox too.
Yeah, definitely. I love the
We need to
open.
take a family picture, like
I know.
so.
I was gonna say
So
we
good,
gotta
so
get.
good.
We'll definitely get some good screenshots from this after the fact too. I can post edit and get these, but yeah, take some screenshots while you can, guys. Um, posing with Seb. Um,
I'm
And
recording also locally on my machine, so I will capture some best moment and post it. So
nice,
if you want to also
nice.
all say hi, wave, jump, etc., not be static, go for it.
Yeah, everyone get your emojis going. Say what's up. I'll even try and get my guy over there. I wish I don't have my crafter avatar in yet, but I'm rocking my Snoop. So um,
Talking about emotes and emoji, I think we can see something that we introduce as well with the new game maker and new game clients is this new emote wheel, which has a lot of actions and ways to express yourself. Here, I'm taking a little selfie with everyone, like just like in real world. And it's really important to also see, and it's part of our vision of like creating the metaverse to create a place that's it's all about also social interaction. I don't know if you noticed, you can already wave at friend, have all those 40 different emotes. You can go directly to every single person, press the V key, and then you have their profile. You can make friends with them, and you can have like one-on-one chat. You can follow them, and more. So we keep adding more and more features related to like friendships and connecting people together. And I think it's very important
I I
for
agree.
many reasons.
I think the multiplayer aspects of the metaverse is so important, and I think that I'm excited to see that you guys are really leaning into that, and it seems like more and more, like you're saying, updates and stuff come out that really do improve um, the multiplayer experience for everyone. And like I didn't even know that you could do. You say you if you click V whenever you're by somebody, you can
Right,
exchange like
let me try to show here the, and then I can see Mr. Furiosex's profile, the number of friends and followers. So, okay, just live right now, my first follow. And then if I want, I can send him a special direct message as well that only him will get in a one-to-one, or I can use the new chat. So yeah,
very
sometimes
cool.
like we have subtle updates like this, and you have to maybe we can better communicate a bit better, like us introducing all those cool features. Sometimes people find out like the fact
Yeah.
that we can use uh, like right now, like SSDW, he has a very cool equipment on him. I think Cosmo held maybe his hat, Mr. Furious. So like you can wear equipment directly into multiplayer hubs as well, which is great for showcasing yourself, showing off, and showing a sense of belonging towards certain communities.
Yeah, I love wearables. I think wearables are going to be huge all throughout like every single metaverse. And I guess that now that I bring that up, that brings me to a question that I've kind of been curious about is, do you want to go into or just kind of chat about like what is the Sandbox is doing as far as enabling like a very like interoperable metaverse, because like interoperability is huge in my opinion, and it's something that I imagine is very tough to solve. um and I do see you guys definitely taking steps forward. Like I think I see a cool cat in the audience, so like you've bridged that gap where people can bring their NFT profile pictures or whatever and bring that in as an avatar. And then I guess like the next step in my mind would be to then be able to allow people to take their wearables or whatever that are sandbox based and be able to take those out and bring them to other places too. Like, is that something that you guys are thinking about? I'm sure that's maybe a tough thing to solve, but just curious to hear kind of your thoughts on that.
There's two things we're doing. Like you mentioned, like we've launched 16 official NFT collections with official partners and brands like Steve Aoki, Snoop Dogg, Paris Hilton, Playboy, Cut the Rope, Rabbits, and more. Oh, here's a Care Bear. Great. Another one. And those have been really successful because like for every collection we try to be very original, like in all the attention to detail, the quality, the animation we bring, and then like having an event that connects and that allows the holders to earn rewards behind. But beyond that, we also have been bridging over 50 collections from like the most popular Web3 collections: Clonex, Bored Ape, Wall of Woman, Cool Cat, Gutter Cat Gang, many others. So if you're the owner of one of those NFTs, like then you get extra benefits from this ownership. Like you can start using them as an avatar that's animated, dance, run, and do many actions. You can enter the world and experience from your collection, create your own world as well to extend the adventures, create your own quests, etc., and connect with other members, and also earn reward as you play with them. So very successful. One of the most engaged community has been CyberKongs, but like definitely across the board, like we are really adding value to other Web3 projects and their communities. And that's one way, right? Like external avatars into Sandbox. The other way around is like Sandbox avatar being used outside of Sandbox, and something we also have in our mind. We've done several collaboration and experiments as well on that. I believe we are live, for example. You can use your Sandbox NFTs in OVR, which is like a virtual world in augmented reality on mobile devices. You can use as well into several live chat application. So you can apply as like a face mask or with an AR filter when you do video calls or you do play on your mobile device. We are present in other decentralized games or services like Flick Play, for example, I'm thinking about, and a few other. And we're really encouraging more and more this concept of interoperability. Recently, I open sourced my avatar. So this model of myself, as you can see, is free to download, and anyone can edit as they want to change the look and feel, skin me as they want anywhere in any project. And there's a game called Degen Royale, which is sort of like PUBG or Fortnite, built on Unreal. So a really different technology platform than Sandbox, where they took my avatar and they reintegrated it. So you can actually start shooting and bad guys and play the Battle Royale game with me as a character.
That's awesome.
And soon with your NFT. So it's really pushing toward that idea that if you own the NFT, you can use to create with it in Sandbox, but you can also use it somewhere else. Like it's part of that true digital ownership that you can represent it. And I think some good example we've seen in Sandbox, but also in Web3 are like Bored Ape. Like Bored Ape has created this Bored Ape IP. If you own an ape, you can use it to launch your own beer brand, your own burger restaurant, etc. And I feel like in Sandbox as well, the avatar you buy, you can use it to launch your own. It's really yours, so you can launch your own content as well and use it somewhere else.
Yeah, I love that you guys are thinking about that and pushing outside of the sandbox and allowing things to go out and come in, because like that's super important. That is what the open metaverse truly means, is that at least in my opinion, that people can bring all their assets with them to all the different platforms that they're playing in, and it's not siloed into one, like the traditional games like Fortnite and et cetera, where you buy skins or whatever and you can only use it in that one game. So, and from my understanding, that I feel like one of the biggest like things holding back interoperability is that there's so many different like file formats out there, like the avatars and like everything inside of the sandbox is voxel, and then you have obviously a higher poly stuff, like so like getting everyone to use like a similar file, I guess, is what kind of like holds back that interoperability. But I know that there's people working on figuring out kind of like a standard that that everyone can kind of follow. And are you? I know you're a part of it's like some sort of an alliance. I think alliance is in the name. What is that? That's about all I can
Yeah,
remember.
yeah, very close. It's called the Open Metaverse Alliance. Yeah, it brings like it's an association that brings like working groups around like those topic of like uh, interoperability, bridging, and portaling and other topics. Everyone contributes on like the basis of um, like their time, the resource availability, and so on, but wants to move forward, establishing standard. Like you said, very rightfully, like Sandbox has a certain aesthetic in terms of like voxel art, etc. But that doesn't
Hmm.
mean that you need to be constrained by it. Like what people own at the end of the day is a metadata on chain that prove that they are the owner, that there is like part of a collection of an IP, like access a model from um, like a 3D file that we store in a decentralized storage, which is in Fura in the case of Sandbox. But you can take that ownership and represent it in a way different way, potentially as well. Like it's really up to every platform to be creative and interpret the data as, in my opinion, it fits in the game rather
Hmm.
than like being too constrained. That can lead to even more creativity in the space. Um, Voila. Should we talk? Should we take a walk? Like, have you already tried like making like a long line of people following each other?
No, but
Because you're exploring this further.
I'm definitely down to take a little tour, and this would be a good time to shout out Fungi Family Touche Studios for hooking me up with this awesome studio setup that we got going. I also have a studio inside of the outer studios, Meta Real. I forget what they call that, but sorry, outer studio. But inside the outer studio social hub experience, we also have a studio over there. So thank you guys for hooking me up with this, and shout out Fungi Family. And oh, by the way, Fungi Family threw in an NFT as a giveaway. We are going to be giving away. I think they're called mushroom glasses. I have a picture of it somewhere here, but we're going to be giving away some mushroom glasses at the end of the stream as well. And everyone here will be able to fill out a form and earn some experience points that you'll be able to use to redeem other wearables and fun prizes down the road for tuning in this listen to earn activity that I'm trying to integrate into the show. So stay tuned for all that. We'll get to that in a little bit. But anyways, yeah, I'm definitely down to take a little tour, especially when we have so many people in here. It'll be fun to kind of see everyone
So,
interacting and engaging. I don't
all
know
right.
where.
So who do we follow here? Like, where do we go?
Good question. Follow me, and I'll and we can go on a little adventure together. Um,
All right. And we can walk as well. Like, we don't need to run. If you press, I think the Y key once you switch between run to like walk,
I was gonna say, is there a way to
crouch.
slow down? No.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, there we go. If you crouch a little bit, you go a little slower.
You can crouch a little bit, but that's the Y key, I think, or tab key. Let me. You have access to the control in your settings, so you can. Yeah, 1 second controls. So toggle run. So back quote, backlash, back quote. Yeah.
See, you did a backslash. Is that what you're doing? Well, whatever. I'll go at a fairly slow pace. But let's go to the top of the mountain and see what view we can find up here. And
Yeah.
while we're walking, I want to take advantage of the time that we got with you. And I got a lot of people that submitted some questions that they have for you. So maybe we can kind of
Okay,
address those casually as we wander around. One that I
don't
got
want to
from
fall here.
don't fall, everyone. But one that I got from quite a few people is that people are curious. Are you guys? Oh, I fell. Are you guys planning on integrating any sort of VR into the sandbox, or is that not really on the radar as far as plans?
No, the VR at the moment is not really on our plan. I think like if you follow Sandbox over social media or myself, you probably have seen one of the teaser we've done recently, like sharing like behind the scene on the mobile version that now runs on iPhone and Android. Not yet for public release, right? But like you can see and play it on those devices with optimized controls, and it will be a big focus for us in 2024 to first make sure like people can play Sandbox and then it's accessible from just any portable device. You can play on the go, all those experience.
Yeah,
Uh,
I
I,
feel like mobile is way more important than VR right now. Like maybe VR down the road would be cool, but mobile is where a lot of the gamers are. So
yeah,
that's
I'm
awesome. And
always keen to explore the technology. You know, we bought the Quest Pro. We are eagerly waiting for the Apple Vision Pro. So let's see what comes from them, but I don't think it's market mass market at the moment to a point that okay, like it's time for us to really focus heavily on integrating and launching on VR and AR at this point. And like creators and the community should tell us. Like I feel like choosing between mobile and AR, the priority will be more toward like mobile because then they can
definitely.
drive more audience for their games.
Yeah, I feel like I definitely agree with that focus. I think VR is cool, but I think it has a long ways to go still. And like you're saying, let's wait and see what some of these newer versions really do, and then maybe then can move focus to that. But I think mobile is super important, and I know a lot of people were super hyped whenever you kind of leaked that footage of the mobile testing, because I mean it looked clean. It looked like you guys have made a lot of progress. Are you are you thinking that's a 2024 possibility, or is there a timeline on that, or is it too early to say that?
Yeah, I think it's definitely 2024. No timeline yet. Like I think like we've been doing great progress, but I don't want to promise too early yet. Like let's work on having a clear like we'll introducing, we'll have soft launch, we'll have beta, we'll work with the community. Like we're already working with like selected creator in the new version of Game Maker as well. So it's always part of our release strategy. And so we can launch the most stable product, optimize control, and have more fun all together.
Heck yeah, and I feel like from what I've heard about like the way that you guys do your testing and how you let some of the creators that are already creating things experiment with the new stuff coming out. It sounds like there's some really cool stuff on the horizon that um, I've heard whispers of, and and I think we're all in for a big treat whenever we get to that next version. So I know there's a lot of people that are anticipating that. Is there a timeline on that you guys can let us in on, as far as what would that be? Is that point nine? Is that would be the next
Yeah,
update?
yeah. Point nine is before absolutely. Point nine, I think it's brings a lot of big changes. Again, like 0.8, we're playing right now. 0.87 is already a big step up, like you can see in terms of the graphic, the performance, etc. But 0.9 will even add even more like multiplayer gameplay, rule system, improve navigation with a whole new welcome screen for managing your templates, accessing and browsing the draft gallery and so on. So I feel it's like creator will be excited again, and it's part really of like what we want creators to feel like we want to make sure like they see new creative possibilities, new ideas as we roll out those new features in Sandbox and the game makers. So then in their turn, like they can have like uh, improve their own experience or come up with new ideas. And we have so many game jams and brands and IPs we can collaborate with that will we we launch contests and we want to have the community co-create with so that they can activate creators, give them rewards, and make them publish on their land. So it's an essential part, and we'll make sure that everyone is going to be excited about. I don't know if you saw the Playboy Game Jam, if you saw the Lotte World Game Jam coming up. Always a lot of great things coming up here for the creators.
Yeah, I love all the different game jams that you guys are doing. I guess I haven't seen the newest one that's coming up. What is the new one that's coming up?
I think
put you on the
we
spot.
announced it like a. Let me double check. Today we launched Elvis Week to play, but on the creator side, Game Jam, I think it was like Lotte World that we introduced. Let me double check that. It's quite an active time at Sandbox. Like that's how we. Oh no, Heroes and Villains. Great, so fantastic. Like a lot of people basically like creating like an action game or like a game where you have like good and bad, good and evil forces going to fight some superhero kind of world. I don't know if you can highlight it. I will give you the link of the tweet if you want to screen share.
I was gonna say I'm trying to find it while you're talking, but heroes and villains though. Ooh, here it is.
Yeah. And like winner of the game jam, they will soon see that the new plan we're going to announce. They will get lands for publishing the top win, get more visibility as well for creators. So we want to make sure like if you contribute, create content and win, because the quality of the content you're creating is there, like you get the right reward for it. That's super important. So important for us to have all the community so deeply connected. So we also continue to have like our ecosystem partnership program, many workshops, partner days, demo days. The next demo day we're planning is in Korea for Korea Blockchain Week, but we're already thinking on like how we'll extend that program toward more places in the world, and we're bringing all together the community and creators for like those moment where they meet the team, they meet with each other, they get inspired, they learn about like the next version of Sandbox, what's in our roadmap, and much more.
I like that. So do you do that in person?
Yeah, physically. Like we have had already a few partner days in the past where we brought 400 people to 200 to 400 people. We've done that in Korea, in Japan, in Thailand, in Turkey, and we're going in Hong Kong, and we're going to keep doing that in other location on a yearly basis and potentially at even a bigger scale. So let's see. I really hope that we'll continue to excite and inspire the creator again with a new feature. Really want to give a big shout out again to Shay and like so excited that we're like streaming today right in his experience. He was one of the first creator in Sandbox, and he's also one of the first that launch his experience, his hub with self-publishing. He also has a very fun game with every week a leaderboard and people competing to earn prize, which I encourage you to try. It's hard. It's a very hard
It is hard.
game.
Floor,
I
floor, the
struggled at
floor is
level
clay.
4.
Yeah.
4 is yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough one. I showed some people on the stream last week to go play it, but yeah, the floor is cake, super fun game. And they won the game jam, one of the last game jams with that, the Steve Aoki one. They took first place with that, and yeah, they're hosting a tournament. I think this is the last week that they're doing the contest, at least for right now. But definitely, everyone go check that out. All you got to do, go to Touche Studios on Twitter, and you'll see he's got stuff pinned and stuff, and it'll walk you through, or get in their Discord. That's another good way. I was scrolling through the chat. I'm trying to keep up with y'all in the chat. You guys are asking a lot of good questions. I'm trying to pull some of the ones that I was able to see. I figured out I can star them so that I can go back to them later.
We all jump down. Try to jump mushroom to mushroom then. In the
mushroom
meantime.
to mushroom. Yes. Ooh, that's a nice jump.
Made it.
I just pulled one up on the screen where we're looking at. There's a question that Hoddle asked: when can we have more people in an instance? Is there any information on instances, and what is it? What is the max right now? Is it 40, or did it go down? I feel like maybe I heard that at one point.
Well, it was 40. We put it down at 20 at the moment to ensure best performance with this version, as we added a bit more complexity. And we're working to route bringing it to 40 again, and hopefully much higher. There are significant progress done by the engine and optimization team. There's on like, I don't want to get too much into detail. Basically, there is a certain bandwidth channel where all the information about all players and objects go through, and we are reducing the amount of information being shared across all the different players on the position, etc. So we'll allow to have more bandwidth for that. That will allow us to increase the number of players over time. We're also looking at various other solutions. It's a key topic, like we said, multiplayer is essential. It's an essential part of the metaverse and in Sandbox, and for creating fun games. So we'll not miss it. Obviously, we have to make fun.
Yeah, definitely. And I think the more people you can have in an instance, the better. But at the same time, obviously, there's big events that happen. I mean, we probably are close to maxing it out, or maybe we did max it out. I saw some people asking about instances, and for events like this, yes, it's nice to have a huge capacity. But my thought is that for the most part, when you're playing in the metaverse and you're exploring and you're having fun with friends, it's probably going to be a group of I don't know, 3, 5 ish, maybe 10, I don't know. But it's not going to be huge groups that are playing together. So as long as your group can stay together in an instance, I think that's the most important part of it, at least in the beginning. And I guess I'm curious now, thinking about that. Are you able to create a party in the sandbox right now and travel together? So because that's my biggest thing, is being able to travel from one place to another with a party, instead of having to coordinate the instances with everyone. Just a random thought, but
that's coming up. I don't know what I just did. So I displayed your profile. I followed you. So maybe if you follow me, we'll become friends. And I have access now to this social panel. I don't know if many people noticed, but clicking this little heart here shows all the people you follow, and then you can see if they are live and online. And eventually next step will be like, hey, join me into an experience and start to connect in instances based on your group of friends too. So definitely coming up into our features roadmap. My other recommendation is that you're very right. Like the number of social interaction we can have with a meaningful group of people is definitely not 100 or 1,000 people at the same time. So it's more closely related to like 10, 20 people you can talk and follow simultaneously. So we're thinking all the strategies, like the playing doesn't need to be like a concert with 50,000 other people around you. So maybe like you don't need, you see there are people, but you don't need to have like full interaction with them unless they become closer to a certain inner circle from you, or unless they are your friends, in which case, yes, you can receive more information, more gameplay, and play with them exactly. So
I
we're
think
thinking of different optimization strategies too.
yeah, I think that's good, and and it seems like you guys are definitely on the right track as far as everything, and I'm excited for that feature, and I don't know if I'm not doing something correctly, but I can't get you said you click V, see it on
Yeah,
your
so
screen,
when
it
you
pops up,
display,
but
like here, the V touch, it takes 1 second to display, and then you can see the profile.
I wonder what I'm doing wrong. I don't know.
Oh,
Um, it doesn't like on your screen it shows like the V button pops up, but whenever I'm doing it, it's not. Maybe I have a setting wrong or something. I don't know. I don't need to worry about it right now. Um,
oh, yeah, 087, and yeah, that's my screen. So yeah, yes, yeah.
yeah, I'm on
It was
08087. Um,
like when I go in front of someone, I have this V on top of them, and then I press the key, and then it comes out. So wonder
yeah,
like why not showing for you?
I don't know. It's
Interesting.
it's
So,
not, but that's all good. It's it's a early
ah,
feature.
hey, all
But
right. So we just get live leakage of something feature from me. We haven't turned it down yet. It seems like it's coming soon. Cool. Oops.
oh,
All right.
it's just you that
So
can
I
do
did it again.
it.
Yeah, for now it's just me, but it works, right? A
Well,
little
hey, everyone
teaser
tuning in, you can see
copy.
what's about to be able to be done. And some of you are some of Seb's first friends, so that's awesome. Um, and it looks like it's working great. So good job. Props to the team for rolling out all these awesome updates. I mean, there's so many questions, but another one that just rolled in, or not just, but I see in here is um, maybe it was just wait, where'd it go? There we go. Pickaxe Master is asking, tell us more about the partnership with MetaMask side quest program. I'm not familiar with that at all. So if you do have any more information on that, I'd love to hear about it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So MetaMask has been rolling the beta version of like MetaMask mobile product, basically an SDK where you can call in the user wallet in a Unity game, so Unity SDK, and then you can use your NFT, you can use your token, you can even spend directly. You still need the mobile app to scan some QR code to validate transaction, but at least you can have access to virtual stores, etc. in game. They had this program where there's been several startups who applied for some sort of hackathon for a week long, if I remember correctly. Teams worked on games, they prepared pitch, and they did an integration. And I was one of the judges. So definitely seeing like first implementation of MetaMask Unity SDK wallets as well. I think it's very interesting, and it will drive us to in the future, like how we will integrate in-game wallet interaction for people who might, because that's coming. Like you can already see that like the new screens is really thought much better for like watching your equipment, watching your NFTs, having access to the map. listing all the NFTs that are present into a land.
Mm-hmm.
So right now we still take you to the marketplace there, but I feel like the UX is ready for a more commerce-oriented game experience.
Yeah, 100%. And I love that you guys added in the map. That was one like little thing that just drove me nuts, that you always had to go out of the client to then select next place that you wanted to go on the map, and now you can just do that right inside. So that's super awesome update as well. I got another. I'm just gonna start throwing questions. I also I want to be respectful of your time. I know you said you only had an hour, which we're kind of already at that point. So just let me know whenever you need to go, and we can wrap things up. But
So
for
I kind of feel like time flies in the metaverse.
oh,
We
it
have a different
does.
notion because like it's been a few like cycles of days and nights already. I didn't see the hour go through.
Right.
Let's take I can extend a little bit. Like I don't connect so often with the community, so like let's try to pick up as many questions as possible, but
Okay.
quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
around
We'll
quick,
do
short.
kind of rapid fire, just
Yeah,
quick little answers.
exactly.
We got one from
Cool.
Kay asking update on when the marketplace will go to Polygon. Do you have any info on that?
Cool. Yeah. Q3. So finalizing moving asset to L2 Polygon and running the new marketplace, and allowing land creators to mint their asset directly there.
Okay, so Q3 is what we can
Mm-hmm.
at least look for. Awesome, love that. That's coming up faster than we think. It's crazy. We're already into the middle of August. I feel like just just yesterday it was July. Crazy how time flies, especially in the metaverse. Got another one here for you, and I've actually had a lot of different ApeCoin DAO people reach out about this. So I don't know. This could be like a lengthy answer that you might not have a lot of time for, but G is Us is asking when you'll talk to the Mochaverse and the ApeCoin DAO. They want that. I think people have been trying or wanting to get you on the different spaces that they do to hear from you guys. I know I'm pretty active with the ApeCoin DAO, and I know a few of those guys were saying that I think the ApeCoin DAO specifically is curious how the voting gets decided from the sandbox, because I think you guys have voted a few times, but it's just like every once in a while. I don't know that. So whatever information you have on that, like I think the assumption, or maybe it's true, is that you're the delegate for the ApeCoin voting, but I don't know if that's true. So maybe you can set the record straight on that. Whatever you can share on it is totally fine with me. I just know that a lot of people are curious.
Good question. So yes, we own ApeCoins because we've been owning like over 35 Bored Ape and Mutant and so on. We have been engaging into a few of the voting decision. I think the most important ones of on the ApeCoin DAO. The voting goes through a very simple process. Like I usually get picked up by like, hey, like there is this very important decision you need to read. So I take the time to read through the proposal, and then basically to vote in favor or against certain proposals. I don't browse constantly the whole ApeCoin DAO website for all the proposals. So usually, like people still have to kind of engage us, explain us why it's important we need to vote on that particular proposal and make it pass, and then participate. We're not delegating our votes. We are transparent. I don't speak. Maybe I'm happy to join. I didn't know like ApeCoin DAO have regular meetings. Maybe I'm
Yeah,
not
I
enough
can
engaged.
I'll let you know
Deeply engaged.
about when they are, but yeah, they host spaces. I think they're Wednesdays and Fridays, but I'll let you know after the show, because they would love if you stop by once in a while or whenever you can. But I do know a selfish but super important AIP is coming up. I have a AIP in that is asking for sponsorship from the ApeCoin DAO to sponsor the show. So maybe we can get the Sandbox's vote on that one. That would be greatly appreciated. And I'm also talking to the Sandbox about sponsoring this show. So we're just trying to get a few sponsors. You know how it goes. But we don't have to dive into all that now. But thanks for the transparency on that. And I just know that people were wondering about it. So now we have an answer for them that I can relay to them. We got another question here that I didn't read until it's on the screen. Will there be a real-time interactive feature added for brands to engage with their community inside an experience?
That's interesting. I think like right now you control your avatars, you're more of the host of the experience, you engage in chatting people and getting them to do it. We haven't yet seen like, we have some inspiration from Twitch and other tools, of course. Again, like here, like feel free to give us suggestions. Happy to like look at it and discuss them with our team for developing it.
Yeah, I definitely have some ideas of myself that I think
Nice.
would be cool to see. So I'll definitely let you know my thoughts on it too. But one thing that kind of stirred up in my head is a question that I was curious about is, do you know if there's any plans of making it like a standardized, like easy to implement leaderboard for like each individual experience? Because like what I'm running into is I like to hold like contests and stuff inside of the Sandbox, but it's super hard to like track and make sure that people aren't cheating and like and know that they completed it and know that the score that they submitted is actually their score. Like basically like the best way to do it is you have them record their screen as they're playing and then submit the video, but like that's a hassle because they have to record the video, upload it to YouTube, submit the link, all that stuff. So like it would be cool if there was just a way to go to an experience and then get a list of everyone that competed in it and like what their score was or whatever. Long-winded question, but is there something like that in the works?
So very good point. Great that you voiced that. Yes, like next step, like first step with self-publishing since July 12 is allow landowners to publish their experience directly on the map. And we are right now here today playing and stream on the map that's public that people can access with the game client. Then we continue to empower landowners, like launching their own event, launching their own leaderboard, launching their own reward system, launching their own NFT gating, whole gating. So we could have actually restricted to certain avatars or collection, or in-game gating. That's coming with one of the features for the next game maker. Like there will be a sensor that can restrict an area of the experience or a quest of your experience and to launch a trigger that is a holder of NFT. I'm sure will inspire a lot of creators. Yeah.
I love the area token gating. I think that was a feature that I know a lot of people are interested in, as like giving people like just one use case, like a VIP area that only holders of Snoop avatars or whatever can enter into. I think that'll be cool to see. But yeah, it's cool. You guys are really rolling out a lot of awesome updates. So it's great to see. This one was from, I think, on Twitter. I don't know who said it. We don't need to throw anyone under the, well, it's not really a bad question, but a question that I have for you is, what are the Sandbox's plans for acquiring new players? Basically, I guess broadening the audience that is interested in playing inside the Sandbox. Like I assume that you guys are definitely planning on different marketing strategies and stuff for that. But is there anything that you could share that that you guys are like actively like focused on as far as like player acquisition?
Yeah, so a few direction here like we're using, going to use. We want to, we continue to do brands partnership, avatar collection, rewards dedicated to the different avatar holders that hopefully bring new users in. Mobile version in 2024,
That would be
user
big.
acquisition and marketing campaign as well, like that we tend to connect together with like big events and activation for players to get rewards, big brands partnership. Um, it's a combination of all of that, and there's more. Like one more thing is the influencer strategy. Like we have the more like people stream and talk about Sandbox, hopefully the more reach it gets and gets players. And after all, like don't forget, Sandbox is a user-generated content platform. Now it's playable from anywhere on PC, Mac, soon mobile, uh, with 100 plus experiences that are live on the map. So each creator will also do its own marketing, his
Mm-hmm.
own user acquisition, his own like growing on Discord, on Telegram, on social media, and so on to attract his specific audience. Not just rely on Sandbox to bring its audience, but like you're doing today, like you've been gathering a community, new players, friends of friends, and so on. And each land experience on the map live on the land will also do the same. So there will be we hope to see a network effect progressively where like the small effort from every creator plus um, our user acquisition strategy plus also training creators to do their own user acquisition will build up more and more audience over time.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I think it definitely like hand in hand. Like the creators need to attract an audience, and then the sandbox also needs to be focused on bringing in just interested players. I think
I
as
can give a few shout outs, by the way, let's a big shout out to Pickaxe Master, for example. They're here to Meta Futura. They also have every experience. Some of them they have their own or touche again with the
yeah,
floor is oh sorry it's cake experience where it's not just like hey the game is live and that's it, but the game is live. There's a leaderboard every week. There's specific rewards. Things change. So they have in the gaming industry. This is called live ops. So they are indeed implementing live ops. They are bringing their own. It's part of their marketing budget. Their rewards, physical rewards like truffle box for Meta Futura, Legend of Miners. I've seen like a jewel from Pickaxe Master as well. I've seen very cool ideas, also NFTs and Sand token. So I encourage as well, like it shouldn't be only Sandbox that brings the rewards, but creators need to inject their own reward and to build their own audience. And we have workshops and training about how to do that. And then we will also, of course, support on our own, like offering additional rewards. Like imagine that like on every stream of Behind the Avatar, there was like 300 cents of rewards to be rewarded among three or some participants. You decide. I think it's an extra incentive. People will feel like it's great, and then it's like yourself. You might get some people offer NFTs from some community as a way to get them discovered and build up progressively this creator economy circle between like there are streamers that contribute to the content discovery. There are creators who are like building experiences. There are players who explore and I'm trying to draw. I know that.
yeah,
Sorry, but I think you can. We did not invent the wheel. It's very efficient system already with Twitch and other gaming system. It's just being amplified thanks to NFTs.
yeah, yeah. No, definitely. And I think we're definitely on the right track. I think that like you're saying, like having having like different rewards, like I'm doing the listen to earn is what I'm calling it, and I think so, but yeah, so
Proof of attention
so yeah,
somehow.
so
Yes.
if you show up to the show, and I'm going to drop the link here in a little bit, there's going to be a form that you fill out, and then you fill out that form, and as long as you're inside of our Discord, which you can find my Discord links in my bio on Twitter and stuff, but you'll be able to earn experience points, is what I'm calling it for right now. But eventually, it'll be some sort of different currencies. I'm sure sand rewards would be awesome to be doing, but the experience points will then be able to be used to redeem for different wearables and stuff that we're going to be creating as well. Basically, our metaverse merch is kind of how I'm looking at it. So yeah, I think there's all kinds of ways for creators to
Oh
kind of
yeah.
give back to their community and keep that circle going.
See about it. Like we are here together, and I can see a hat. I think it's a hat from Weezyverse. I can see this helmet as well. So I'm trying to show you pink helmets. Very. So some of your equipment can also be like very like recognizable and contribute to like your own promotion in other people lands. So it's also part of like what makes it the metaverse. When you have assets of your own collection that are present in other people's lands, it contributes toward like promoting yourself as a brand, as a creator, etc. When players are using your equipment as well, like they are also showing your name as a creator
Mhm.
somehow.
Yeah, I mean that's that's what like the big thing of merch is all about. Like that's why creators push their merch, is so that they obviously they're making money from people buying it, but also like it gets the awareness out there so that people see their name and they start recognizing it. And yeah, it just makes sense that would also be something that would be happening inside of the metaverse. Um, I
Mhm.
I'm sure I mean I have a huge list of of questions that we could keep
Yeah.
going through, but I feel like we've definitely taken up a bunch of your time, and I appreciate you kind of extending it out this far already. Um, if there are any last minute questions, you guys feel free to drop them and we'll see if we can address them. But I just wanted to stop and say thanks to everyone for showing up. And awesome, I was gonna mention that that some people are trying to get you to friend them. Thank you guys for showing up. I really appreciate you guys being here. I'm gonna drop the links here in a second, but if you do have to go, Seb,
Yeah.
you're more than welcome to go whenever.
I'll be going indeed, but maybe trying to say like everyone who's been here on this stream, like it has to be like a memorable moment, and of course, like feel free to share some screenshots, some group selfie together as well, like capture it, post it on social media, tag me, and I'm trying to follow everyone here, so you will be. We'll mark that in Metaverse history that you're part of the first people that I've been following as we all gathered here for the first time, and I showcase the feature publicly.
Yeah, no, and it
Uh,
looks like it's working awesome, and I think it's such a cool feature. Also, Pickaxe
I've been
Master.
making a lot of friends in the metaverse, I'm sure. I want to be Tom of MySpace. You know, I want to have millions of friends.
Yes, exactly. This is where it all starts. You gotta be the first, and then you can get all the friends. Um, Pickaxe Master threw up their vote is that Sebastien comes to Crafters Show more times in the future. This has been a great show. Thank you for the kind words, dude. And I think it has been a great show too. And I would love to have you back every once in a while, maybe to get some more updates, sneak peeks, maybe some beans spilt about some of the cool stuff that's coming up, the features like the V key that we got to see. So it's been a blast having you on, and thank you guys for coming and hanging out inside of the metaverse with us. It's been fun to see that. Um, Also, let me throw this up here real quick. Touche, we were talking about Touche earlier. Thank you. Shout out Touche Studios for having us inside of the Fungi Family Social Hub. And they have the Floor is Cake final week of the leaderboard going on right now. Go to Touche Studios over on Twitter, and you'll be able to find like I'm sure the link to the Discord and stuff is there. Get in that Discord and you'll figure out how to submit your scores and compete. I know they're giving away a Fungi Family NFT, a bunch of sand. So you definitely want to be competing in that if you haven't already. And yeah, I think we're good here. If you want to take time and say whatever one last time, I'll give you the stage. Say whatever, plug whatever. I think people know. Go play the Sandbox, but the stage is yours.
Absolutely. Well, thanks. It's been a very fun moment. I really enjoyed like having this playing and chatting and answering everyone's question. Definitely, I will do it more often. Like you see, like I try to play every new experience on the map and share video recording of me playing. I'm not a great player, but I'm here. That's important. I'm exploring, and I hope that also like new people will see what it's like to be in the metaverse, to be close to a creator and a community, sharing those moments, and hopefully be inspired to be a creator or an explorer. So hopefully see you in the metaverse, and let's take a few more pictures together here to share on social media before I'm leaving for today.
Like, yeah, everyone posts for some pictures, and while y'all are posing for your pictures, I'm gonna pull up the links for you guys to fill out the attendance form. Make sure you do that, and also get in the Discord so that you can start accumulating those experience points. And yeah, so keep on posing, y'all. I'll get those links here in just a second. But thanks again so much for coming on, Seb. It's been a blast chatting, getting to know you, and hopefully one of these days I'll run into you in real life and we can have an in real life chat at a conference or something too.
Oh yes, yeah. That would be fun to run a live behind
Yes.
IRL meeting, and also have behind the avatar with all the creators as well physically, and still host it somehow from one of the next events.
I've been wanting to do
Follow
that
me.
so badly. So
Hopefully
that would be awesome.
I see one of you. So Gamescom next week in Germany. I will be in Saudi Arabia for the next World Forum, and then Korea Blockchain Week in Seoul, Token 2049 in Singapore, and then I will post for the next month. It's already a busy agenda, and I hope I'll meet a lot of creators and the community members there.
Yeah, you keep busy. You just are always all over the place, and I'm sure that's a blessing and a curse at the same time. But it's awesome. Thanks so much, and thank you guys for being here. Seb, SEB, or however you want to spell it, is going to be the secret word for that form. Make sure you go fill out that form. I dropped it in the chat for both Twitch and YouTube. Sorry, Twitter. I should have shouted this out earlier. We are live on Twitter too, but I can't see your comments if you are commenting. So apologies on that. And I can't send you guys comments either. So sorry. that's just how the program works. But thank you guys so much for being here. Make sure you go fill out that form so you can get your experience points and hop in the Discord. And I will try and figure out how to raid one box. I'm not on this new program. I don't know if I'll be able to do it or be able to figure it out. But yeah, thanks so much everyone for being here, and we will catch you guys on, well, actually we can catch you tonight. Speaking of shows, I got another show coming up tonight, 7 p.m. Central Time, with Nana, who is a Yuga Maxi. He's one of the founders of Other Space, and they're going to be talking to us about all the different stuff that's going on in the Bored Ape ecosystem, Other Side, Legend of the Mara, heavy metals, all that stuff. So if you want to learn about all that, definitely tune into the show tonight. We'll probably be hanging out in this social hub again too. So yeah, thank you guys. and we will catch y'all on the next one. Secret word is Seb, S-E-B.
Cheers. Bye, everyone. See you in Sandbox. Bye-bye.
Peace.